Oh, shit.
I wasn't sure which one we're going for.
I thought we were going for both. Hey.
One of us is going to have to change.
Actually, not every time. We don't often.
It's actually never.
It's never.
It's the first time.
We have the same. We sometimes. I think a couple episodes we've had like the same coloured shirts, but this is fucking weird.
This is like we got black shorts. Also for Spotify listeners,
we're wearing a like creamish tee, and black shorts.
oh fuck! Don't do that to me.
Creamy.
We're wearing some creamish tees, black shorts, and bare feet.
And bare feet. Yeah, the dogs are out.
You forgot your fucking foot tats, bros.
Yeah, clearly.
Anyway.
Yeah. Welcome back to the new episode. Well, welcome back to the Split Shift Pod, where we cut through the bullshit and noise of the fitness street. My name is Dan.
My name is Jamie, and we'd like to send through a sincere thank you for just being loyal viewers and just being fucking sick cunts.
Just showing up.
Watching our little 1 minute or 2 minute snippets last week, which is low-key mayhem, but also super fun and exciting. We're going to do a couple fucking 5-minute timers today. So we can just, we can elaborate a little bit. We have a bit more time, the regular structure, but also just keep our shit in check a little bit. So we don't go too fucking rogue.
We go well deep into it. I think there was like times where I've spoken for maybe about 7 to 9 minutes straight. And for the listeners, I was like, that is...
I did have a nap during that though, so I came back towards the end. He's like, "And what do you think about that?" I'm like, "Fuck."
Is that why your eyes were so glassy? That was
I'm looking through you at my fucking cupboard over there.
Just drooling in the fucking corner over there.
Anyway, so today we're talking. It's a little bit more festive. We've got a couple questions about Christmas / holiday gatherings / that sort of shit.
All that type of stuff.
I chose one for Danny. Danny's chosen one for me.
Yes.
Danny's also doing the first move. So we've got 2 pawns. We've got symmetrical moves.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to keep this going. We only did 1 fucking move each last time.
We were really deep into chat, aren't we?
We're going to do a full episode where we just play chess. One day. Maybe not soon.
Just breathing in the mic. I'm going to start the first question. So you're going to hit your next move. Here, this one, Jimbo. So
I'm ready.
Yeah. Christmas edition. Or festive edition.
You're going to turn me on as well?
I'm always going to turn you on. Ready?
Okay.
My question for you is that what's the best way to handle food pushes at holiday gatherings?
Oh, fuck.
Do you know what do you mean by food pushes?
Food pushes, 100%. I am a food pusher.
Ready?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1, go. Food pushes to holiday gatherings. I feel like a lot of people would struggle with this, particularly if you have certain goals over this period where you want to, maintain or get your shit together with your head and your relationship with food, all that sort of stuff. That's actually a very interesting / tricky one because there's no right or wrong answer to that, I guess. It depends what you want. So what I would say first is decide what you actually want and then why you want it. So decide what you actually want to do. So obviously, I'm going to recommend, I'm sure you might recommend the same deal. Embrace this period. This period's about being with family, being with friends, all that sort of shit.
Massively.
Your goals can wait a couple of weeks, but also at the same time, you might just not want to be a fucking full bingy, crazy motherfucker, feel shit about yourself.
Yeah.
There is a time and a place to really go full embracing and, take all the pressure off and whatever. But then also sometimes you want to rein it in and be like, okay, I don't need to be a full fuckwit today if I don't care about those events. We did have a chat about this recently in another episode. That wasn't that long ago, actually, about picking your events. So what I would say, like I said, decide what you actually want. So decide how you want to attack that process how do I want to approach this whole period, this Christmas period? Do I want to set myself a bit of a challenge where I can still keep my shit together and actually improve my relationship with food? So I'm not just with food. I have a tasty pot today.
Wow.
Improve my relationship with food where I can actually just enjoy the food I'm eating, enjoy being around all the people, not worrying too much about it, and at the same time not going overboard and then feeling shit about it. And then understanding why you actually want to do that. So what we were chatting about in that last episode is understanding why you want the result, because if you want the result so that you can actually be more present and show up better for your family, for your friends, don't cut off Christmas because that's what you're doing it for in the first place. So make sure you can decide what you actually want and why you want it. From there, pick your events. So find the ones that are actually important to you. So find the ones where, I actually really give a fuck about my immediate family, and you know that Christmas work dinner / lunch / drinks. I don't really give a fuck about them, so I'm not gonna go ham on that. But I actually, when I hang out with my family, I don't see them very often, and I want to be fully present and not worry about the food, that sort of shit. Another thing is, do you actually want to make hanging out with these people not solely around food? Because that could be another goal. So really it's about what is your purpose, what's your why, and how do you actually want to approach this period? Because it could be a good idea to just be like, I want to learn to hang out with these people and not have it focused solely around food. I want to go be active with them or X, Y, Z, rather than just sitting around a fucking, coffee table eating fucking cake all the time. Go out and do something. Figure out what your thing is that you actually want and then follow through with that. Food pushes in themselves, we're going to bring it back to that thing where we take them up the chain of circle of influence. So if somebody's pushing food on you and you've already decided, I'm going to assume the way that question's structured, you don't want to eat the shit. You're at this event, you don't want to eat the shit, that you're getting pushed. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't have asked the question. So once you've decided and you're like, okay, cool, I don't want to eat the shit, take them up the chain. So obviously these people that are pushing the food and being like, oh, you've been good all year, you fucking deserve it. Look, come on, I know you said no, but just fucking do it. Just eat the food, eat the cake. Eat the cake, Sally, eat the cake. If you've decided no, try to take them up the chain. So what I would do first is just politely decline. If, Auntie Carol goes, oh, you need to try some of this apple pie, have a big slice of this apple pie. You're like, oh, thank you so much, but I'm okay. No, thank you. And then Auntie Carol goes, oh, come on, you've been good all year. You've been good all year. You fucking deserve it. Just don't worry about it. We're here for Christmas, don't worry about it. I would, from there, set a clear boundary. And I'd be like, look, thank you so much, but I'm really trying to focus on my relationship with food. And I want to, set some boundaries around this stuff. And, I'm saving myself for other things later, And then, if she pushes again, I would even shift the focus. So shift the focus and be like, look, I know I'm not going to have any, but I'm really interested. Could you tell me how you made it? It looks actually fascinating. It looks delicious. What went into making that? Then chat about that. And then if she continues to push, you can even have a little compromise and be like, you know what? And make it fun. You know what, Auntie Carol? I will have that fucking slice of apple pie if you can beat me in a foot race up the road. Take the focus away from just that food, make it fun and go from there. All right, almost there. To make it fun, say she's going to go for a run up the road. If she doesn't do that, be like, nah, you know what? I'm not eating any. But then at the same time, when people keep pushing you, just be honest with them. Be open, be honest, and be like exactly what I said. When you're taking somebody from sabotager slightly up the chain, just be like, look, I really appreciate it. I love spending time with you guys, but I really want to fucking work on my relationship with food. I'm really trying to get my shit together so I can be a better person coming into the new year. I've spent this whole year really, really trying to nail this down, and I don't want to fall off now. And I would really, really appreciate your help. I'd really appreciate your help. I'm gonna be fucking here. I'm gonna be here with you guys. I want to be active. I want to have a good time. I'm gonna eat I'm gonna eat the food, but I just don't want that fucking apple pie because I don't need it. I'll take some home with me and I'll have it later. That's okay. But I really want your help. This is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it. And I really would appreciate your help with this.
Shit on 6-minute timers.
I know.
Unreal.
That's right.
Auntie Carol. I was thinking in my head the whole time. I was like,
I've never heard of it. I have no Auntie Carols at all.
No, I don't know an Auntie Carol. No, I got one background. I think they got white people last name. Anyway,
I never even said Carol before. It's usually Julie or Sally or Susie.
Susie.
We're going to Carol.
I was thinking in my head, I was fucking laughing because I was just like, you know what, Auntie Carol? You're right. I'll eat that if you want to fucking get these hands.
If you beat me in a fucking fist fight.
If you beat me in a fist fight, I'll eat the fucking cake.
Yeah. Just take the focus off that shit.
Take that off that shit and throw down. Just throw the fuck down. Come on, Kaz.
If you choke Auntie Carol to sleep, she can't actually bug you about the food. So it's all good.
Oh, dude. Those are really good.
Pick your fucking battles, Auntie Carol.
Those are really nice. I like how you went down quite literally down the chain of a start with the most important things first, and then you're looking at okay, strategy number one. Look at okay, what's the next best option? What's the next best option on the day? So you're ideally looking at multiple different ways to go about with it without you don't want to offend the people, right? That's what people have to feel like have a fear of is that they're going to offend this person, they're going to get mad.
Literally. Well, people also, they're not going to go straight. If you're in a family fucking gathering, you're not going to be like, everybody, these are my goals. This is why I'm doing it. You're going to be, just fucking start off easy. A bit of foreplay. Just be like, nah, I'm actually okay. Thank you so much. That looks fucking delicious.
Yeah.
And then go down that chain. Yeah.
Nice. That's well said, man.
Thank you, brother.
All right. My 5 minutes.
Are you ready?
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, do you have anything else to say?
No. I thought I was going to have 5 minutes to answer the same question. I didn't know we're doing it like that. We just got.
No, you just elaborate. It's all good.
I don't think
I just want my 5 minutes so we stay on track when we're answering.
That's so fine. Yeah.
Just fucking elaborate a bit, bro.
I think if there's anything I can elaborate on that because I like the systems that you have in place, and I think knowing how you have multiple strategies is a really, really good way to just navigate with it. Coming from if you got any WOG listeners or people with big families, stuff like that. I definitely relate to food pushers. It's part of our culture. It's part of our upbringing. My background of Macedonian and Croatian, we do a lot of that, and it can feel offensive to these people. I think it's so important to know your environment, what you're kind of walking yourself into as well, especially if you're known like I've been here 20 times already. That every Christmas it's like this, and you knowing you have at least a strategy or what you're walking into. If it's like your mate's barbecue, and they not too fussed on it and stuff like that, they'll probably be a bit more understanding or at least you'll have the strategies set in place. But knowing what you're walking into and just how to navigate around that helps them out. That's going to help them understand too, because it can be individual, can be quite individual, I'd say.
100%. It'll all be different.
We're all a bit different. So knowing the environment, knowing the people, what you're walking into is going to be good. And just think of a way, and I think just knowing what to expect because you've probably been there before and think you got to stand your ground. It's like the rubber arm of when it comes to drinking out with mates and stuff like that. It's the same with food environments. As soon as someone wants to push you, especially if it's something that's actually pretty exciting, like pretty nice, it's good food out there, it's a festive time. If you, based off the question, 100%, know where you stand and just how to let people down gently and at least bridge the gap where they can just communicate that. Look, there's not really much I need to elaborate on that other than just I think for the most important people in your circle or close family, I think you got to be ready for that shit because they'll probably take the most offense.
Hell yeah.
For the people that you don't really care about, just stand your ground. Who gives a fuck? If they just said, you don't like my food, I'll just be like, I just don't want to eat it. I don't care what you think. No offense. That's actually really, because just ultimately is a waste of energy. You know what I mean? That's kind of the way I would see it. I don't really think there's much else to really add on to that. I think you did everything pretty damn fucking well. So I think I might start my 5 minutes.
Done.
Yeah.
You ready? This is my move as well.
Oh, I don't know.
No, it is.
I don't know. Man, I love Christmas. Actually, I think, is it my move now?
No, it's my move.
I actually love this time of year. And I'm as a trainer, I always say to my clients, first and foremost, if there's any opportunity to go out and live freely and enjoy yourself, this is the time now because you're going to get the most memories. And I think knowing at the back of your mind, aside from the food pusher side, your question is that have strategies set in place, yes, but just first and foremost, I always recommend adjust your priorities to say to enjoy this time of year. Again, goals are goals. A week to a couple of weeks won't ultimately kill you. You don't want to go fully off the rails. Being sensible, that's still fine. You still have some systems in place, but just change your priorities. Enjoy yourself. This is fucking sweet. It's a good time of year. Relax. That's all I really got, Ace.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Very similar. Well, not very similar. Pretty similar. Daniel?
You got to ask the question first.
3, 2, 1, go. I'm just joking. Sorry.
What are we doing?
I'm feeling guilty for wanting to drink at social events because I want to focus on my health as I know drinking is bad for me. But I also want to have some fun. How should I navigate this scenario?
1 second. All right, let me think about that. Okay. All right, sweet. Let me think about that. Click.
You're on.
All right. Drinking. Hey. Drinking, right?
Drinking, right?
Am I right? It's not so bad. No, all right. Again, when it comes to drinking this time of year, I guess it is a especially if you're going down the ventures of fitness and health. Of course, drinking can have a negative connotation towards it. Like, especially if you want to, just generally live more healthier. I think there's a lot of context in this question, but if we look at it at face value, I think looking at first off is whether if you want to live, is your ideal lifestyle involving alcohol, involving drinking? I think that's something really good to recognize and say, like, is that something that you want to do? Judging by this question, you want to enjoy yourself. That's fine. Moderation is absolutely sweet. Personally, we like to socialize. I like to socialize with alcohol. That's fine by me because I created good memories like that, and that's fine. Not so much anymore nowadays. I'd like to think I've peeled it back because I've just got different priorities and different values. I think just looking at how you want to ideally live and seeing where your values are is a great way to at least look at. Answer the question again for me. It's like send me that question. Show me that question.
Let me send it to you.
Just send me the question.
I'm guilty for wanting to drink at social events.
Guilty. Okay.
Yeah. Because I want to focus on my health.
Yeah. Okay. So to reduce the guilt is by ultimately what do you want to get out of when it comes to alcohol and finding what you ideally want with this time of year and how you ideally want to live. It's fine to have a little bit of alcohol. I think having strategies in place is going to be definitely important to navigate if you want to get the best of both worlds. But knowing moderation it's fine to have alcohol. The idea of going overboard, getting absolutely sent. I know I've been there before where I get blacked up. Okay, let's be real, probably not the best idea health-wise. If you're looking at it from you want to stay healthy, maybe don't do that. Maybe you can set some strategies in place where you can enjoy, but also have some, also limit yourself or still think about, the health aspect towards you. That could be, you can go for driving, have water, drive there, you can have water in between each drink. You can dilute it. You can go for just make sure you're hydrated. Planning ahead of time and things like banking calories is another great way as well. Just having these little things that you can set in place, where I'm not throwing all my goals out the window because I still want to be healthy. I still want to focus on at least catering towards my goal needs, but also want to have fun. Have strategies in place. The feeling of guilt, especially if we latch onto that, it can carry on beyond the festive season because it's just I just fucked up the whole festive season. I'm back to square one again. I'm a failure. And how much do we talk about identity? How much do we talk about our beliefs about ourselves? We start to brand that we're just we're this failure, we fucked up. It can really throw people off for literally the whole the rest of the year. Even start of the year, keep going, and the momentum's ruined. So I think ultimately having a strategy is set in place to reduce that guilt as much as you can, saying I did the best I could to enjoy myself. I did the best I could to focus on my goal needs, made some strategies set in place, but I left that enough room to have a bit of fun. I guess you can pick your poison on your events as well, is that if you want to just get more scent on this on Christmas Day, that's fine. Go for gold. So you don't have to do it at every single one. You don't have to do it every single one. So I guess it just comes back to dosage of how often do you want to do it. If you do it all the time, it's definitely not going to align with the health aspect that you really care about. You obviously care about it. And that's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. But we don't want to demonize alcohol as just say oh, this is just this bad thing and I've got to cut away from it. You can do it if you have strategies set in place. So context is important, knowing what you want to do before and after and kind of pan out this festive season. So think ahead, know yourself, what you want to do. And I think just based off the previous question, it is a time of year where you can have some awesome times, awesome memories. That involves alcohol, like going for drinks or the cheers and stuff like that. Dude, hell yeah. Go for gold. That's awesome. But again, if you still want to have that health aspect to it, strategies are everything. Implementation is everything. Just have something there where, at least mentally to say, I did the best I could. I'm going to go enjoy myself now. Sweet. You did the best you could. And then once that's all passed, then you can dial back in a little bit harder. But ultimately, this time of year is more about damage control and removing that fear of guilt, failure. That's the biggest thing. Those negative emotions about how we actually feel in those, certain scenarios if we fuck up. I say that loosely, but you know what I mean? That's kind of where based on. I feel like I was kind of all over the place, but I feel like you kind of get where I'm sort of coming from.
You explained it exactly how I would fucking explain it. Moderation, fucking dosage, send it, Christmas, everybody's favorite things all put into one little 5-minute fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know, everybody likes all those things. Yeah, I agree. You stressed?
No, I was like,
What the fuck? Are you okay?
I was like,
Sexual tension.
it was
So for Spotify listeners, Danny Blaz has just fucking crushed his can.
Murked my bottle.
What
my
the
fucking
fuck?
bottle. My can. I was a little bit stressed about that one. I feel like that could have went in a lot of different ways, and I feel like I had to hone in on a couple of key points. I'm like sweating a little bit.
I'm sweating so much, but I was sweating before. I think you covered that fucking perfectly. I don't, in that question, it does say the main things I took out of the question were guilty and bad for me. So first of all, guilt, like you were just saying, we want to fucking eliminate that. And if you do feel that, we got to figure out the source of that guilt. You know, why are you feeling that? Why are you feeling like that? Why do you have this belief that alcohol is so fucking horrible? You know, I don't think I've met anybody that thinks alcohol is healthy. We all know it's fucked. We all know it's bad for you. We all know, like, health-wise, so I don't want to say bad for you, but we all know that for our physical health, nobody's drinking fucking red wine for the antioxidants. No motherfucker's doing that unless you're fucking 80 and you're trying to lie to yourself. It's like, no, you're doing it to get fucking pissed because you love being drunk and that's your favorite thing in the world. And that's okay. That's fine.
Nice.
Nobody's drinking that shit for health. You know what I mean? Much healthier other ways to get fucking antioxidants. Anyway, so with that said, the question says, I don't want to feel guilty because I know that alcohol is bad for you. Yes, we know that alcohol has no health benefits, zero. We know that it does have detriments to your health, yes. But also, you got to figure out what the bad for you is. So are you going to sacrifice a little bit of fucking a night where you drink or a day where you drink with your family and you're socializing with your friends and actually being present and really enjoying that because you care about it, you care about the people that you're hanging out with, and you actually want to create experiences and memories with them, like we did on the weekend, you know? We had awesome memories.
Christmas party.
Do you remember anything?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So there's that. Do you want to sacrifice that for, I want to be slightly healthier after one day? It's like your health will not be damaged from one day, you know? What could be damaged is your mental health by not participating in that event that you really, really wanted to, you know? Yes, you could be training discipline, that's fine. Doing shit that's hard, doing shit that you don't want to do. Is Christmas the time to start doing that? Probably fucking not. You know, you got to think about what is going to be actually bad for me. Is the bad thing for me going to be not being present with my family and friends when I don't know how much longer I have with them? Anything could fucking happen. Not saying fucking catastrophic or, live like that because, today's my last day. I got to fucking do everything, do all the drugs. You don't need to do that. But you want to be present because these are the memories that count. What's going to be worse for you? What's going to be the thing that's bad for me? Missing that event and really, really regretting it, or having a night where I went over my calories slightly. Pick your fucking poison. I know which one I'd be picking, In saying that as well, exactly like Danny was saying, everything in moderation. Like we said in the first question, pick your events, pick the ones that you actually care about. And if you want to drink and you know that you also don't want to have too much damage to your calories, first of all, there's fucking so many low calorie drinks. You can get heaps of fucking drinks for under 100 calories. We never had that when I was growing up. You had to fucking be full carb. There was no sugar-free Red Bull vodkas back then.
Fucking
It was straight fucking sugar Red Bull.
Love.
But you have different options and you have ways that you can do that. Like Danny said, bank your calories, pick your events. It's all about how often is it actually happening. Figure out what your goal is over this period. If you were listening to Split Shift Pod, you would already have assessed your goals coming into this period and you would have adjusted to account for this sort of shit, If you don't care about your work Christmas party, don't fucking drink. That's fine. Don't drink to fucking get through the event because that's fucking stupid. But drink if you want to just be present and relax and have fun with your friends and your family.
Nice.
But eliminate that fucking guilt, because there's nothing to be guilty about if it is about being present. Because typically, like I said before, the results that you want are so that you can actually show up better for the people around you. And if you have confidence in yourself and you know that you're not doing this all the time, you're not somebody that drinks when you're watching TV at night, that's okay. Then you know this is temporary. You know this is a short-term thing. You know this is only a couple of weeks of your fucking year where you're actually going off plan. But even then, it doesn't need to be off plan. You should have already planned for it. You know, so plan for it fucking now, because you've still got 2 more weeks of Christmas.
Yeah, I think I think it's good to say that. Like, it's like, I think what enhances someone's confidence is when you have something in place, knowing that you did something to cater towards both of your needs of like all your values and stuff like that, especially health and fitness. Just having something there that you at least know mentally in yourself. And like, I did that. You know, that worked out, was sweet. I love how you said that. Like, it was a.
Don't do this again.
No. It was something about it said like no one's gonna care that you ate the salad or you did the low cal drink in 5 years time on Christmas Day. And like no one ultimately like you won't remember it. And so that's where it always comes back to. I'm like, yes, these strategies set in place are awesome. That's well good. At least you're catering towards that. But don't forget why you're doing all of it. Exactly what Jamie said. It goes back to your ideal living. You're doing this because you want to live a quality lifestyle. You're not here to sacrifice shit. You're not here to miss out on things that's important to you. You're just enhancing all that.
There's always times to be, I'm a big advocate of not being a fucking all or nothing person and just having to be completely fucking strict. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? There's definitely a time and place to be super disciplined and test yourself and, you know, test your limits, see what you can actually achieve, see what your physical abilities actually are, you know, with training and with, you know, disciplined eating. And you might want to do a stint. I remember I did a stint for 30 days for no fucking reason at all. I did cold showers for 30 days just because I felt like a pussy. Doing things like that, just to rewire yourself and show you that you can do hard things, is great. And if you are somebody that wants to do that, and that is the reason you were doing that over Christmas, that's fine.
Sweet.
But you need to have already made that decision. If that's not you and that's not the reason why you're doing the fucking thing, don't be all or nothing, because you're going to waste memories. I've seen this too many fucking times. You're going to get into mid next year being like, fuck, all these people had all this fun at Christmas and all these events, and I've just been, you know, it might be a day where your scale weight goes up. You jump on the scales, so the weight's gone up. Now you're like, fuck, why did I missed out on all these events. You know, I didn't do all these things because I've been trying so hard. What's the point? I give up, straight to the fucking cupboard. You know, you don't want to be that guy or girl. You don't want to be that person. So meet up with Auntie Carol and have some fucking apple pie, motherfucker.
Or throw hands.
Or go for a foot race with her.
Over a full race, yeah.
You know what I mean? But no, pick your poison, figure out what you actually want over this period. And we're going to talk more about this, I think, next week. Oh, no, I think this is it. I think this is you. This is going to be released before Christmas. No. There's one more before Christmas.
We've got one more before Christmas, yeah. Who's going to be mad? That's going to be, That's going to be, we're going to get a little bit more specific on that one.
Yeah.
Again, still Christmas festivities and stuff like that.
We'll talk about goals. Is that the goals one? That might be the one. Anyway, irrelevant. Just figure your shit out. Figure out what you want over this period. Adjust your goals to suit a lifestyle that you actually want to have. And just eliminate any guilt, because you only do this shit this period once. You know, it's not like we fucking have Thanksgiving and fucking all this sort of shit as well. It's like
things like, like being disciplined all year round, to me, is like I preach balance a lot. Like we preach balance a lot, like exactly what you said. We're not all or nothing or anything like that. Like a bit of a well-rounded for everything, because that's our quality living as well. And knowing that you have to be disciplined all year round just sounds so fucking bland. And like it should be like, be well educated, be well, like super conscious with, you know, with your actions and all that stuff. Know yourself so well, like have these systems set in place, like we always keep talking about, where you can allow yourself to do this because you've got the strategy, you know yourself, you know your environment, you know your habits, your strengths, your limitations. You know yourself well, so well, where you have that absolute confidence to say, I'm going to go fucking enjoy myself this Christmas, and I know I'm going to be okay because I'm not sacrificing things I enjoy in life, but also I know that I'm going to be so confident enough to get back onto the wagon. But throwback.
fucking wagon.
The fucking wagon.
I want you to flog that horse, motherfucker.
Flog that fucking horse. No, so confident in like being able to do my shit and go back to my goals and
Yes.
enjoy that time. It's all part of it. It's quite
Yeah.
literally all part of it.
And even if you're not ready for that, like if your lifestyle is not drilled in enough to have that confidence, just change what you consider discipline. Like instead of being like discipline is only eating fucking salad and, doing my workouts every day, discipline can also be, I want to be so disciplined on this lifestyle that I want, which is something where I can go out to dinner once a week and really be present with my partner. I really want to be able to be present with my family because that's my top fucking value. And I also want to be fucking lean, healthy, and vibrant. If that is something that you're disciplined to becoming, you need to start living like that now. So this is all part of it, right? So
It is.
You can be full fucking disciplined with being that version of you, not fucking six-pack Sally, 6-week fucking shred program.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fuck Auntie Carol.
Fuck Auntie Kaz. Sorry for any Carols out there.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
You good?
Happy days. Well, is that yes. Oh,
Feels good.
feels good, man.
Feels good.
This is the Split Shift Pod. We hope you enjoyed. As always, we'd love for you to like, subscribe if you're on YouTube, leave 5 stars on Spotify. We'd love to hear your questions, how you've been navigating this time of year. We want to make this continually engaging for you guys. We enjoy this time a lot. We love doing this every single week, but we want to make sure you're getting the most value out of this and something that where you can turn around and say, hey, you know what? Didn't think of it like that. I'm going to try that. That would be cool.
But we don't know unless you tell us, right?
Gotta tell us.
We don't fucking know. All we're doing is talking to each other and looking at a little fucking Sony camera
Yeah.
and playing a game of chess really, really poorly.
Really poorly.
So you need to engage, fucking tell us. The more you tell us, the more value you're going to get. We've got a lot of people that we've spoken to over the past many, many years.
Lots. Lots.
Any question that you have, we've definitely already fucking dealt with. Like 99.9% of your questions, we've already answered. So ask the fucking questions.
I wanna hear it.
Give the feedback. And fuck Auntie Carol. And her apple pie.
We'll see you next week.
Bye.